the Iron Trader. Now the pitch closed here at 2:30. That's about 15 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now remember, on crude oil, the API report will be out today at 4:30, and on Thursday, the EIA for crude oil will be out at 11, and EIA for natural gas at 10:30, and then the rig count there on Friday. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily, weekly chart. Now, here's what we got. Okay, yesterday we had a really nice engulfing green candle, engulfed all of that. Today we had a nice big ass red candle. However, you notice that it still just held the top half of the candle, okay, which is always good. Now, here's the key. Right now you're sitting at about 79.07. Right there, 79.03. That's what we're looking for. You need to hold that 100-day. Now, if you look at this, you can see the uptrending here on until it broke all the way down here. But this was a really nice uptrending. We'll see if we can hold that. Okay, so again, if this Hondo is lost, 79.03 here, then what you want to do is look right there to that 78.86. That's that 21-day, and that's going to provide very good support. And then right below that, we have that 8 SMA at 78.54, which is now leveling off here. Okay, so it leveled off here. It was rising up nicely, fell all the way down. Looked like it was going to rise up here until the price comes, and then she just flattened right out here nicely. So that's going to be key support. That 100-day, 79.03, the 21-day, 78.86, and that 8 SMA here at 78.54. Now again, say it blows right through that and it's lost. Well, then what you do is we just come right over here. Look at the top of this candle, 78.41. We look here, you're looking at 78.05. We look to the bottom of that candle, you're looking at 77.69. And then you want to look right there at 77.55. And then we'll come right here, 77.25. We'll look there, 76.43. And then right there, 76.15. That is your big target. However, you got to lose that Hondo, that 21-day, and that 8 SMA. Okay, so those futures open. Watch, first of all, watch that API report there at 4:30. Should give us some kind of a revelation, you know, to what's been going on here. And watch those futures when they open at 6 to see exactly what's happening. Okay, say this. Okay, that's the bottom, and she rises up. Well, now what we have to do is we got to find those resistant levels. So your first one here is going to be right there, 79.11. And then we have right here, you got 79.40, and then you're going to have 79.94 is your 200-day. Above that, we look at this green candle. You're looking at 80.29. That's your target. And then we look right here at today's high was 80.62, and then we just follow the candles. Okay, look at the bottom, 80.70, 80.88. Right here, you're looking at 80.95. Look at the top of that candle. Okay, 81.57, and then there's your big target at 81.68. Okay, so now you can see where this candle is 83.30. So if you break above that, well, that's basically right there. That's just the top of that candle. That's why I like price channel. So we got to see if that's going to level off or if she's just going to come flattening on down here. Now, weekly chart. This here, you really need to get back above that 21-day and that 50-day on a closing basis. But right above that, you got this 100-day. Okay, very strong resistance, 80.30, and then we have that 8 SMA at 80.47. Now you can see where it went right up into that 8 SMA, could not get above, and then she falls right on down. So when you're looking at these candles, say, oh, this right here is going to there. Well, yes and no. Okay, just like today, we had a higher high. Okay, and we have a higher low, which is good. But the higher high, you said, oh, it's going to. There's your target. Yes, it is. But you got to get through this first. That's the key. So we got a little bit here through that 80.30, okay? And then we went right into that 21-day here, because remember that 8-day, was a lot higher this morning. That was sitting about 80.62, which is pretty much what that candle was right here, okay? So that's what you got to remember, but you got to get above this. So always use a daily and a weekly. For trading, you can use a tick, 1, 5, 15-minute. You want to slow the trade down, you can use a 30-minute or an hourly and a 4-hour chart, but always look at your big core resistance is going to be on your daily and your weekly charts here, okay? So if it can't get through that, then you got to look on your weekly and say, what's next? Okay, what's next? Then if you can crack above here, well, then we know your target is going to be that 81.68. Very, very key. So here's what we want to watch here when those futures open. You want to watch this, actually today's high, 80.62, and you want to watch today's low at 79.05. That's going to be very, very crucial, okay? And then watch that 100-day, and then watch that 21-day, and watch that 8 SMA here on the downside. On the upside, watch that 21-day, that 50-day. If you can crack above, all of this resistance here, then you got a good shot at hitting that 200-day at that 79.94. Above that, well, we got to always look at the top of the candles here. Watch that 100-day, 8-day, and then there's your big target. Now, RSI here, you still had that positive divergence. You're still looking good because we still held a half that candle. Your green is over your red. It could be bullish. The key is we got to see here what is going to happen with the futures and what's going to happen tomorrow and the rest of the week. That is going to be key. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, today here it is natural gas, but this is your 5-minute chart. Now today you can see where you had that gap up, okay? So she gapped right on up here, sideways action, and then look at here, okay? So you look at these price channels, see? When you see this, that stair step down, okay? There's nothing there. I always say watch that 8 SMA here, okay? So you watch that 8 SMA. If it gets above that, then she can go right there to the 21-day. And then above that, you had the 50-day. But you can see how downtrending, it just can't seem to get off the old schneid. See how that 8-day and that 21-day, see how it's hauling all the way down? Now I make a little progress there. However, now what we have here is we had that low of 2.65, and now we made a higher low here. Okay, what do we have here? At 2.659. So just a little bit higher. So natural gas, like when I showed you early on midday trading, I showed you how I scalped NVIDIA there today. Well, you got a bigger spread. It came down to 11.09. I got in at 11.21 on the retest. Well, on natural gas, you got a lot of tighter, circumstances here, okay? So you had your low at 2.656, and then we have a low retest here of 2.659, okay? But you can see where you have a higher low. Now we got to see if it can take off and break that 2.69 level, maybe take it higher, okay? But right now, this was actually, I got 2.5 points there out of KOLD there today. And I was very, very happy, with that. That was a nice, good short because I just didn't see after that contract roll that there was just nothing. Okay, you could just almost like feel it where it just went right on up here. It tried to make a move and then she just fell right off. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily. Okay, here you have natty gas here, your daily and your weekly. Now you can see here where we had that contract roll, it jumped right up. Now again, what was the high? Okay, 2.845. Why did it stop there? Just look to the left. Let me bigger up here. I'll show you real clear. Okay, right there. That was today's high. Just look to the left. I always say look to the left. That's what you got. See, 2.85. That was your resistance. If you got higher, then you could have went up here and retested at 2.92. And then if it gets above that, well, then you just go to the left here, bring this price channel right across. What do you got? 2.96. See how easy that is? However, that's not what it did. Okay, it gapped up, okay, and then it just sold right on down, one big ass red candle. Now, let's look at the downside here first. Very, very key. This is what you want to watch, is this 2.66. Very, very key, okay? So, the bottom of this candle here is 2.65. There's your gap. And the top of this candle here is 2.62. There's your fill, okay? Gap, fill that we have. Just like we had on this contract roll here, gap, fill, okay? Gap, fill, never filled it, okay? Ran up very, very nicely, nice parabolic run. Now, what you want to watch here is watch that 8 SMA, 2.66. Watch the top of this candle, 2.62. That's your fill. That loses it, you come right here, 2.57. That's what you're looking for. Then we can come right here. You're looking at basically 2.49, which lines up very, very nicely here with your 50-day at 2.50. Very, very key. Okay, that's lost. You got 2.45. That 200-day so far is holding. If it's lost, then we come right here to 2.387. That is going to be your targets on the downside. Upside, very, very easy. Just look to the left here. Okay, that's all you got to do. Boom, 2.75, 2.79, 2.85. There's your big retest, at 2.92. Okay, so when those futures open, let's see what it does. So watch the high, okay, 2.488, 2.488, the low 2.655, and then the close at 2.67. Watch that and see how it trades against it. If it breaks that low, then you're going to lose that 8, and then you're going to fill this gap. Okay, that's reality. Okay, if it breaks higher, then we just follow these resistance levels up here until you get to today's high, and if you break that, then you go up to 2.29. So today I didn't see any scalps really in UNG. I think there was. You probably could have. It's just that the KOLD just to look a lot better when I seen this thing just rolling over here. And I compare different charts. I don't just look at the daily or the weekly or the monthly or whatever. I look at the tick chart, the 1 to 5 to 15 to 30 to 1 hour and the 4 hour chart. I look at all of that combined, and it just looked like that was just coming over. So when I showed you that 15-minute chart, you can see it just stair-stepped down all the way and down. Yeah, he had a little pop-ups here and there. It just stair-stepped down, and it was just a lot easier with the short trade. Okay, so sometimes, yeah, do I want a long to break this all the way out here to come all the way up here? Absolutely. But that's not what we have. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want. So when the futures open, watch the high and low and the close of today. Okay, if that's lost, that low is lost, watch that 8-day, watch that gap fill, and then you can come all the way to 257. This 50-day, 2.5. Right there at this 200-day at roughly 456. Okay, upside, follow the candles until you see what happens in today. You break up there. There's your target at 2.92. Okay, that's what I got for you here on Crude and Natty Gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and don't forget to watch those API numbers there on Crude. And then tomorrow we'll see if it confirms with the EIA report and natural gas report. There's a lot of going on here. Okay, thanks for watching.